Do you currently have a whole bunch of yarn scraps laying around from other various projects? Well, in this video, I'll be sharing a whole bunch of upcycle crochet patterns that are perfect to make with a whole bunch of different yarns to use up those scraps. And these patterns aren't necessarily all made with yarn scraps specifically, but I think that they would definitely be easy to adapt to using yarn scraps for. And you can do this by connecting all of your yarn scraps together, especially if they're really small scraps, which I shared my favorite way of doing this in the video up here, or you can just connect them together as you stitch. Most of these patterns are free and some of them are paid as well, and I'll be separating them into 4 different categories: accessories, home decor, applique, and clothing. And as always, you can find all the exact links to all the patterns I mentioned over on my blog, which is linked in the description box below. First is the upcycled granny square cap by Yarn Inspirations. This granny cap has a nice retro charm to it and is a perfect way to use up all those leftover yarns. To adhere the crochet to the hat, you use peel and stick fabric, and this pattern is super beginner friendly and a fun way to turn your granny squares into something wearable, and it's great for gifting and for wearing to festivals as well. If you have a bunch of scrap cotton yarn lying around, this project is for you. This beginner friendly bucket hat uses 5 simple granny squares, connecting them together, and then you work the brim to finish it off. It's a great way to play around with color combos and practice basic shaping, and this one is a YouTube video tutorial here on my channel and also a written pattern available for purchase in my online shop. This Barbie bow by Lion Brand is also a cute one. This adorable bow is perfect for using up your tiniest yarn scraps and is inspired by the Barbie core trend. It's quick to make and super versatile, and you can use it as a hair clip or a bag charm or a gift topper. They can be made in classic pink or whatever palette you want, of course, and these are so quick and easy to whip up for sure. You can also make this Fable tote by Pink Sheep Design. This pattern is 14.5 by 15.5 inches when worked with bulky yarn, so it's a nice big tote bag size, and to create it, you start with the body, then work the handles in the pocket, and I loved that it had a pocket personally, and to create that pocket, you sew it onto the bag with a whip stitch, so it's pretty quick and easy, and it's definitely beginner friendly for sure. Another great piece is this granny square phone pouch by Premier Yarns. This one is free on their website and measures 8.5 by 4.5 inches, so it can fit most phones, but you can also alter it as well as you like by using heavier or lighter weight yarn, and to create it, you work in the round to create those 8 different square motifs, then join them together with a slip stitch, which is nice if you're not a fan of much sewing. And I really loved how they added the tassels here to the side to give it a little bit of interest. The Spring Fling Scarf by Lion Brand is also a great project. The finished piece is 16 by 39 inches and is worked back and forth in rows from the lower tip upwards. Increases are worked at the beginning of every row to shape the scarf, and edging is worked along outer edges of the scarf as well, and I really liked the little scalloped edging that they had on this one as well. Another great project are these fingerless gloves by Crochet Home. This pattern is more confident or advanced beginner because it does require some confidence with working front and back post double crochet stitches. It's free on their blog, and to create it, you work the hand warmer, then thumb space, and make the lace for the gloves. The project has sizes small to medium and large, and this one would be a great one to use up any DK weight yarn that you have lying around. Or make this flower cable organizer by Free Crochet Patterns. This pattern includes 2 different flower patterns, and then you create the strap to hold the cable. And these are quick and easy to whip up and don't require much yarn to make, so it's a perfect way to use up those yarn scraps. There's a little bit of light sewing to sew the flowers onto the strap, and this one also has a video tutorial, which is great if you're a more visual learner. Also, if you're enjoying this video so far, please make sure that you are subscribed to this channel if you want to join back up with me more often for crochet inspiration like this. And if you just want to see more videos from me in general, subscribing is definitely a great way to support this channel. All right, now I'll share some home decor patterns. First is the Scrappy Bucket by Yarn Inspirations. It's free on their website and measures 17 by 19 inches without fringe, so it's a pretty nice size. It's worked in the round and easy to create, and this one is made with super bulky yarn, so it'd work up quite quickly, and you can use multiple strands of yarn held together in order to create it as well. So it's a great way to use up a lot of yarn scraps and make a nice functional project. Another great piece is this upcycled heart garland by Highland Hickory Designs. This pattern's free on their website and works up really quickly as well, and you can create a whole garland in 10 minutes or less. Each heart measures only 2.5 by 2.25 inches, and for the hearts they did crochet around a plastic ring and so they can have that hole in the middle. And the garland is made of 14 hearts in total, but of course you can customize this as you like, and you can use it for wall decor or for just general decor for a party would be really nice. Or make the Scrappy Rug by Erin Ryko. It's worked in the round and is a really beginner-friendly project, and they are holding 3 strands of DK weight yarn here together to create this piece, but of course you can use any yarn weight that you might have lying around for this one. If you have a thicker yarn, like a bulky yarn, maybe you can just hold 1 strand as you work, and this one is a paid pattern over on the Ribbler. I also liked this Rag Rug Coaster by Cosmality. I liked that this one is actually designed to use scrap yarn for. It's rated as more intermediate and would be a great gift to make for someone around holiday season or as a housewarming gift, and this one is also a paid pattern in the Ribbler as well. This circle cushion by Lion Brand is a really nice one. It measures 15 inches in diameter and is worked in 2 pieces, front and back, and each piece is also worked in continuous rounds and is rated easy to make. It's made with bulky yarn, but you could also use multiple strands of scrap yarn held together, and this one is a free pattern over on their website. This throw by Lion Brand is also an easy make. It measures 37 by 41 inches, so it's a nice throw for a couch or edge of a bed, and it's made with jumbo yarn, but of course you could also hold multiple yarns of smaller weight together to get that bulky feel. It's a free pattern on their website, and I like the scallop edging on this one, and it would also be really quick and easy to whip up. Now I'll share some applique crochet patterns. First is this butterfly applique by Hopeful Honey. This one's really simple and easy to make, and you could use up a lot of yarn scraps and make a whole bunch of these. It's also free on their website. I also thought this Alphabet by Moogly Blog is a really cool one. You could use any size yarn that you like and any hook that you like, depending on the size that you want the letters to be, and there are written instructions for each letter, and it's free on their blog. Some of the charts that are more tricky also have video tutorials to help guide you with making them, and these would be really fun to just play around with and make a whole variety of projects with. You can spell out any words you like and do so many different things with these. The Seashell Applique by The Crafty Life is another beginner-friendly one, and it's free on their blog. They also have a free pattern for the Starfish Applique as well, and you could use any worsted weight yarn scraps that you have lying around to make these. If you wanted your piece to be about 2.5 inches by 2 inches, you could even stitch a whole bunch of them together or sew them onto any various project that you like. These applique flowers by Hook OK are also a nice make. They're quick and easy to whip up, and you can use a whole bunch of yarn scraps for these as well. These flowers would be great for hairpins or brooches or bookmarkers even. And the pattern of this flower is made with 5 different petals. And they also have a whole bunch of other free applique flower patterns over on their blog. I like the Spiral Flower by Be Hooked Crochet, and there are 3 different sizes, a small, medium, and large. And this one would be really fun if you work it with variegated yarn that you might have lying around, and I really liked the texture that these flowers had. Or you can make this upcycled flower bag by Premier Yarns. This pattern is for creating specifically the flowers that will be worked in the round and are great for using up any yarn scraps that you have, especially worsted weight. And it's worked with only 2 rounds as well, so you can whip them up really quickly. And then you can sew them onto a bag like they have here, or just use them in general as applique. All right, now I'll share some clothing patterns. First is the Spring Cardigan by Premier Yarns. This one's free on their website and only uses basic stitches to make it, and to create it you make the back, then the front, and the sleeves as rectangles, and then you join them all together using a mattress stitch, and this one has sizes extra small to 5XL. I also like these Scrappy Pants by Stitch It by Kay. They are a paid pattern on their Etsy and created to be made to measure, so you can adjust it for any size. And it's a great way to use up so many different scraps and create some nice cozy pants. And I made some ones really similar to these in a video that I'll put up here if you want to check it out. And I just really loved creating that project. Or make this patchwork vest by Lion Brand. It's beginner friendly to make and is on their website. And the special stitches used here are the double crochet 2 together and single crochet 2 together. The vest is crocheted in 2 pieces and worked using the intarsia method, so you do need to be familiar with it and reading a chart to be comfortable with making it. So I would say it's a bit more intermediate or a confident beginner to make. And this one also requires a little bit of knitting to create the straps on the sides, but you can also easily create the straps using crochet instead if you don't want to knit. Another fun pattern is this cozy pullover by Premier Yarns. Their size is extra small to 5XL for this design, and to make it, you work the ribbing, then the front and back panels, then do the neck shaping, and then the sleeves, and then you finish it off with the neck ribbing. So it's worked in pieces, then seamed all together, and this one would be a more fun and ambitious pattern to make with all of your scraps. Or try this patchwork sweater by Beautiful Crochet Stuff. This one's free over on their blog and has sizes small to 3XL, and to make it, you work the front, then the back, then sew them all together and work the sleeves. And this one would be a fun way to use up your scraps and just play around with a whole bunch of different colors. And the blog also has some really helpful pictures to guide you along with the shaping and with connecting it all together. And also it has a helpful video tutorial. I also forgot to add the actual top that I am wearing. I made this with a whole bunch of yarn scraps that I had as well, and it's just the It Girl Shrug pattern that I have on my website. I also have a video tutorial if you prefer to follow along with video tutorials, and I think I also have a blog post on it, so if I do, I'll link that in the description box below as well if you want to check it out. But I also have the written pattern available on my blog as a paid pattern if you prefer to just print it out and to have the pattern, and if you want to support my shop and this channel. Well, I hope you enjoyed all of these patterns that I shared and that it's inspired you to use up all of your scrap yarns. And if you made it this far, go ahead and leave an earth emoji in the comments below. And also don't forget to give this video a like and subscribe, and join back up with me each week for more crochet inspiration. And also, if you want to see some more really cool patterns to make with your yarn scraps and you love granny squares, then definitely check out this video next. Well, thank you for watching, and I hope you'll join me in the next one.